I want y'all to listen very carefully to this video. Listen very carefully because I am not saying anything new. I'm just elaborating on the words that were spoken today. And for those who don't know, there's a planetary alignment today at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. He said, wow, I mean, sometimes people say things, they don't really understand what they're saying. People call that Freudian slip. But he said it, and my ears perked up because I'm watching him live. I don't have a word for word, but you go back and listen to it. You're going to hear this. We're going to make America great again. We're going to send back every criminal that has come here. We're going to send back all the criminals. Now, what do you think about that statement? He said more, but I just want you to take one little bit at a time. Do you think that just those people who came from across the board are criminals? No, 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 no. This this is reference to the beginning of America. America was built on criminality. Do you know the first people who came here in large numbers were people from prisons? They emptied the jails in Europe and sent them to America. Do your own research. Don't believe me. So he's saying, basically what he's saying, when he said that criminality is going to stop, man, how can you do that when criminals run the country unless you just start up a kingdom? Which, yes, that's what everything's pointing to, because when you say statements like one last vote, we won't have to go through this again, nobody's going to go through this again, you're talking about setting up a kingdom. Because if all the criminals go back, who's going to run America? Who's going to be here? Who's going to be here if all the criminals go back? And I'm not calling everybody in America criminals. I'm sure there are some hardworking, decent people out there. But you got to agree with the truth that America was built on criminality, and has been ever since they stole the country back in 1776. Yes, it was stolen way back then, after the Articles of Confederation was overthrown. Because no one ever talks about the 9 presidents. And who made Washington president? Who elected him? No, he proclaimed himself president. That's what a king does. He proclaimed himself. So ever since then, everything has been criminal. One after another. Criminal, criminal. First, the major crime which he alludes to, destroying the people of this great land. Because when you talk about American, that's all you can have reference to. Because everybody here except the Aboriginals got a homeland. Did you hear what I said? just because you were born in America doesn't make you an American. They just made a law. He just made that law that your children can't be citizens because they're born here. So is that law going to be retroactive? Now, if it does, that means everybody here who call themselves Americans, who originated from another land, they got to go back. If you can't prove yourself any indigenous affiliation of blood, you got to go back. Now, that would be justice if that happened, but I don't think. Do you think he? No. You think he gonna do that? Man, wouldn't be nobody left in America. So I just now need y'all input because I look at things a whole lot different than most people. You see, I'm one of these people that nobody wants to mess with. That they call me crazy, but I'm doing very well. I'm living very well, and I'm thankful for that. So help me with this. What do you see in this statement that everybody's criminals got to be sent back? Because if you talk about criminality, we the indigenous people know that's all y'all brought were those criminals. That's all we have suffered from the years was criminality. That's all we have had from you all. Criminal. And it's not a white thing. Look at Obama, what he did. Criminal. I was happy to see he's overturning that multi-gender bull crap. That was good to hear. There will be only male and female in America. Well, that's what it's supposed to be. Why is that such a do you see how criminal this country was going? Anybody gonna come on and talk about this? I don't even know if anybody here. When I get talking like this, they got that kill switch. They say, cut them off. Cut them off. We don't need nobody to hear this. What I'm saying is criminal. Yes, that's how criminals do. Who the truth hurts. Truth hurts the criminals. So this is just for my entertainment. I'm doing this video. There's no truth in it unless you find some and do some research and prove what I'm saying is true. But I'm just saying what's been said. Because the prophecy of Noble Drew Ali did say that a time is going to come when everybody was going to have to go back to their own homeland to prove their citizenship. And being born here do not make you a citizen. I'm talking about the people way back then. Did they come here and apply for citizenship in this country, or did they just come over here and take it? So if your ancestors just came here and took it and then enslaved us when we had already outlawed slavery in 1774, because we was enslaving them, and they took the country and then enslaved us. And I don't mean bringing us from Africa. I just mean making us a criminal because of our complexion. For over 200 years, that sounds like criminal to me. And you don't look like Indians to me. No, that's what he said. You don't look like Indians to me. It looked like Hollywood props. And as James Baldwin said, he was rooting for Gary Cooper shooting up the Indians until he found out that he was the Indians. Yeah, this man was conscious back there. James Baldwin. He was rooting for Gary Cooper. Gary Cooper was one of them old time outlaws, movie outlaws. He said they was shooting up the Indians, and he was rooting for Gary Cooper. Yeah, shoot them Indians, shoot them, kill them. And then Baldwin said he went through a transformation, and he said, "Wait a minute, that's us. That's why they changed our identity. They changed our nationality. They've been doing it ever since we've been here. Why do you think we have these different titles? Negro, colored, black. What was it before it was Negro and black? It was Indian. Who's Walter Plecker? This is just something for you to do some research. Who was Bull Corner? Bill Tillman. These people's on the front line in South Carolina, in North Carolina. You know, North Carolina was that's where everyone came at. That was the place of, it's like what New York is now. It was a central. And you can see why, because just looking at it over the sky, man, you got all these little islands surrounding it. Oh man, that's a beautiful place. So everyone came to North Carolina. Why they didn't make it the capital, I do not know. But the main point I want you to do your research is, why did he say all criminals got to go back to where they came from? Because he's condemning them himself. He's condemning millions of people. So is this a fulfilling of prophecy? Because we did say if they had let us do it, we would allow them to stay here. We wasn't putting everybody out. But since they didn't do that, we brought one of their own. And we said this day was gonna come. We was gonna make them tell the truth out their own mouths. So he don't have no choice. He's got to do what he's been told to do. Even if it does condemns himself. So I hope y'all were entertained. And I'm not gonna ask you to let me know your thoughts, because you're not gonna do that. I got over 700 subscribers, and I don't know who you are, where you are. I don't know even how to contact you. Maybe I figure out how to invite you when I'm going live. Haven't figured that out yet. And nobody even told me how to do it. So they just subscribe for some reason. I don't know why. I have no idea. Now, when I say peace to the Moors, I'm not talking about all Moors. Yes, there's some dirty Moors out there. But for the Moors, there would be no civilization on this planet. There would be no institution of higher learnings. You'd be still in the bushes without the Moor contributions to civilization. You'll still be on the farms. We did all this. And you can't throw out the baby with the bathwater. Yes, some dirty Moors did a lot of horrific things, like bring about the KKK. Dirty Moors did that. Yes, they did. They didn't do that on their own. White people are not that nefarious. We use white people to scare. I'm going to say niggers, because he said we got freedom of speech now. So he uses us to scare them.